Well, it's the biggest game of the tournament. Simply put, over a month in to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, it has come down to the number 3 team in the world, France, versus Spain, the number 2 side in world football. As Argentina and England both will be really, really glad they've had to avoid these two teams, because it feels like whoever wins this clash will end up getting their hands on that coveted trophy, the biggest prize in world football. As we are about 5 days away from the final, what a tournament this has been, man. Simply fantastic to see the big boys show up, score the goals in bulk. We have seen Kylian Mbappe, Michael Olise, Ousmane Dembele all showing great campaigns. Lamine Yamal, on the other hand, for Spain, has yet to get going. His only goal coming against Saudi Arabia. Is this the situation where Lamine Yamal steps up and becomes that big name he is on the world stage? We've already seen him in the Euros 2 years ago. And the last two occasions Spain have played France, they've ended up winning. That was the Euro game in 2024, where Lamine Yamal and Mikel Oyarzabal ended up scoring the 2 goals. That was enough to take Spain into the final. And then, of course, in the Nations League, where Spain were 4-0 up at one point, ended up winning 5-4 after France had a late blitz, but proved to be far too much for Didier Deschamps' men. Well, Kylian Mbappe, he is Mr. World Cup, isn't he? His third World Cup final in the 3 World Cups that he's played. He is absolutely sensational. When he dons that France top on, he becomes a completely different player. He's switched on, he's motivated, he knows how to lead his side, and of course, he is leading by example. 8 World Cup goals for Kylian Mbappe. He's scoring in every round, almost feels inevitable. Even against Morocco, when he missed a pen, there was never any doubt that Kylian Mbappe will end up on the score sheet, and that's exactly what happened on the hour mark when he curled in a peach past Yassine Bono. And of course, 6 minutes later, Ousmane Dembele added the second, and from there, the game was a mere formality. For Spain, they've been relying on their super sub, Mikel Merino, twice off the bench, has been the key man. Once against Portugal in the 91st minute, finding the corner with such a composed finish. And then, of course, against Belgium, 2 minutes after coming on, he made the all-important big movement into the box after Sene Lomans' costly spill. And of course, Mikel Merino crashing the box when he has been the key man. And even if Spain find themselves trailing at some point, Luis de la Fuente can always lean on him. We've seen a couple of big omissions from Luis de la Fuente. One is Munoz as the winger, who may not be fit, who's just completed his move to Liverpool. And the big one, of course, Nico Williams. You've seen him barely feature. Yes, he got a few minutes against Belgium in the quarterfinals, but not enough to really make an impact. He prefers the likes of Ferran Torres, Gavi, and even Mikel Merino over the likes of someone like Nico Williams. So it'll be very interesting to see how that dynamic pans out, because Lamine Yamal on that right-hand side is tasked with far too much, because he's the real difference maker in terms of able to dribble, the one to break the lines with the passing, the outside of the boot pass, and of course to take players on. On that left-hand side with Alex Baena, the dynamic is different with Baena and Cucurella. They don't have pace, they do have ball retention, great rotations, and of course that quality with Alex Baena proving to be a very cool customer under pressure. Dani Olmo has been one of the standout midfielders in that number 10 position for me. Against Belgium, he was awesome, man. For the good part of an hour, he absolutely dominated that pitch. The little touches, great feet under pressure, a perfect number 10 position. And the big call is Luis de la Fuente sticking with Fabian Ruiz, starting ahead of Pedri. Now, Fabian Ruiz started against Belgium, and that was a huge eyebrow-raising call, because he had started with Pedri and Rodri as the two midfield players throughout the tournament, and he made the call against Belgium to drop his star midfielder in Pedri and bringing on Fabian Ruiz, who justified his manager's selection by scoring the first goal. So it's very interesting to see how Luis de la Fuente has rewarded Fabian Ruiz with yet another start, but of course that just makes their bench even more stronger for Spain. And as for France, again, no real surprises. Manu Kone was always going to miss this game. This was a game for Aurelien Chouameni and Adrien Rabiot in that midfield too. The back five remains as it was throughout the campaign. Theo Hernandez has lost his spot to Luca Dean. Luca Dean, who just completed his transfer to PSG as the second choice left back behind Nuno Mendes. But that back five has been pretty solid. Now, we've talked about Spain's defense, right? They've conceded just one goal throughout the tournament. That was the Charles de Ketelaere header late into the first half in the quarterfinals. But France, despite having the best attack of the tournament, they've conceded just 2 goals, man. And that is sensational that they've got the balance between defense and attack to a T. So it just feels like France do have the upper hand, but there's one side that they can beat, that can beat them rather, that is Spain, because they have that technical excellence on the ball throughout the team. Rather, the way that they keep the ball, they can frustrate France. But the problem is, if Kubarsi and Laporte are pushing high up the pitch, which we expect them to do with Spain looking to dominate the ball, that leaves space in behind. And when Mbappe has space in behind, with the likes of Dembele and Bradley Barcola on that left-hand side, it can be a nightmare proposition for the Spanish defense. Hey, welcome to the stream, Jacob. Nice to meet you, man. Thanks for the kind words. Do you have any predictions in terms of how the semi-finals will be going here? France will start off the favorites, but remember, Spain are number 2 in the world, and the last 2 occasions that both France and Spain have met, it's been Spain coming out on top. So it'll be very interesting to see whether or not those dynamics change, or will Spain continue their very good streak against an outstanding France side. This France attack, man, it gives you 2002 Brazil vibes, don't it? With Ronaldinho, Kaká, Ronaldo phenomena, and the rest. They had Juninho in midfield. They had, who else? They had Rivaldo at that time. Yeah, 2002. They had Rivaldo as well, who scored against England. But yeah, man, this is brilliant. And the big call was from Didier Deschamps was, does he start Desiree Doué or does he start Bradley Barcola? Now, I like this move because if he starts all his 4 top gunners with Desiree Doué, of course, at left wing, I think he exhausts all his options and he trusts Desiree Doué a lot more. So he's relying on his front 3. And of course, Bradley Barcola is no bum, really. His 1v1 dribbling is outstanding. It's just his final third action that just calls into a bit of question. But Bradley Barcola is an outstanding footballer. No issues with that. But if France have issues breaking Spain down, they can always bring Desiree Doué off the bench, and he's a real game changer, man. 20 years of age, starts for club and country. His stock's going through the roof. So it's fantastic to see how both coaches have held a bit in reserve, but simultaneously trying to assemble their strongest possible team to try and get a place in the World Cup final. And of course, in the other bracket, we've got Argentina and England. 2 teams have not played at their best, somehow getting over the line throughout some hectic task. I mean, Argentina, every game that they play, it feels like something or the other is happening. Might be a contender for the game of the tournament, or something that is very dubious in terms of refereeing decisions. Against Switzerland, they got lucky. They got very lucky, and I maintain that, because when Switzerland equalized, Dan Ndoye's fantastic goal after Ricardo Rodriguez found him, Argentina was struggling. They were on the ropes. They could not hold the ball. Messi was looking gassed out. It's almost like he's saving himself for the last 2 games, and he was just looking around hoping that one of his teammates try and bail his country out. It was looking long, and then Breel Embolo picks up that second yellow card too. I still think, fine, he dived. I give you that. But where did he dive? He dived closer to the bench than he was to the goal. He was literally closer to the bench, and he was 50 yards away from goal. So to overturn that decision and give a second yellow to Breel Embolo after Switzerland had equalized is a highly dubious call, and I'll stand by that till the day I die, because that was again, it just felt like not another game where the referee is taking center stage, because we all saw what happened when Argentina faced Egypt. I mean, that was looking long for Argentina as well. Every group game, every knockout game for Argentina has been a real struggle. But as for England, they've been relying on Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, and then of course their defensive structure that Thomas Tuchel takes a lot of pride in. So Jude Bellingham has just stepped his game up to an unbelievable level, man. He is becoming inevitable, the Superman, carrying his country, age 22. I mean, might have turned 23 recently, but age 22 in the World Cup, to put his country on his back and drag them through the mud. It's been fantastic to see how Jude Bellingham has stepped up for his country. Yes, there's a bit of spike between him and Thomas Tuchel. We saw that, but the English media always try to stir the pot a little bit. Common sense should prevail. And then, of course, we'll see Jude Bellingham dominate that midfield against Argentina. Argentina's midfield looks slightly heavy-legged. midfield. I mean, Alexis McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, Rodrigo De Paul, and Leandro Paredes are all in that forward midfield. Just look heavy leg, not able to cover ground. Switzerland popped them around with relative ease. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not Lionel Scaloni will persist with the diamond in midfield, or there's talk that he might look to change his formation, maybe go with the back three. Senesi comes in, and then they've got Christian Romero and Lisandro Martinez on either side, beef up that midfield a little bit and leave Julian Alvarez and Leo Messi as the two forwards. So lots to ponder from Lionel Scaloni's men, because they can't carry on this way. And an England side with Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane, the form that they're in, can really punish them. But of course, this just feels like this is the main event, a game fit for the final. The two best teams of the tournament going head to head, and kickoff just over 15 minutes away. I cannot wait, man. This is what the World Cup is all about. Kylian Mbappe versus Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal trying to snatch that crown of Kylian Mbappe. We saw him doing at the Euros, but World Cup Kylian Mbappe is a different beast, and we have seen that throughout the tournament. That man is the standard, the gold standard, the gold dust player that he is. It's been absolutely brilliant to see from Kylian Mbappe's point of view. I mean, think about the last 2 years, right? He moves from Paris Saint-Germain to Real Madrid. He's painted a bit of a villain as to how the treatment was, never delivered the Champions League for Paris Saint-Germain, realizes his boyhood dream to go to Real Madrid on a free transfer, mind you, and then, of course, Paris Saint-Germain go back-to-back in the Champions League, while Real Madrid, with Kylian Mbappe leading the line, have gone trophyless 2 seasons straight. But look at that transformation. Look at the public opinion a couple of months ago, and look at it now, because Kylian Mbappe is doing it on the biggest stage with the highest pressure. He's rising on top, and Kylian Mbappe in the World Cup is just brilliant. He has never lost in 90 minutes. The only World Cup game he has lost has been that final in 2022, where they lost on pens and Kylian Mbappe scored a World Cup final hat-trick. That's his World Cup pedigree. He is looking to just become that all-time France great, top of the tree. And if he wins another World Cup, he's going to move a lot of players away from those top spots. Zinedine Zidane, Thierry Henry, Michel Platini, and the likes of them will all be looking over their shoulders, because Kylian Mbappe, France's top scorer, is gunning for all of them. Well, both coaches have gone with the 4-2-3-1. That's no surprise, really, because they've played that formation throughout the tournament. But what's been interesting is that midfield pivot, which has constantly been changing from Didier Deschamps' point of view. It's almost like a freshening thing. We've always seen Adrien Rabiot as one of the linchpins. Aurelien Tchouameni and Manu Kone have been swapped in and out, so they've almost kept Tchouameni fresh for the last 2 games. But Manu Kone, when he has stepped in, has looked like a very solid entity, man. I've been very, very impressed with him. I'm still surprised that he's still plying his trade in Roma and needs a big move in the summer somewhere. Yes, there might be a bit of issues with his injury history maybe, but for like 50 million quid, Manu Kone looks like a proper player, man. So I'll be very interested to see where he ends up in the summer. He doesn't start today, but it's Aurelien Tchouameni who signed his extension with Real Madrid, someone that Jose Mourinho absolutely love. I mean, he is basically Jean-Obi Mikel on steroids, isn't he? I mean, in terms of the way that he can cover the ground, interceptions, good in the air, good press resistance, the passing range. He has been a functional point for France in that middle of the park alongside Adrien Rabiot. Look, Adrien Rabiot might not be the most glamorous player in terms of the player names, right? Because their front four is littered with quality. You look at their back four, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, William Saliba and Dio Upamecano, sensational partnership. But if you look at Adrien Rabiot, he's the non-glitz, non-glamour player, but his importance to Didier Deschamps' system cannot be understated. He is their go-to guy in midfield, and he remains in that midfield area. Yet to score a goal, but always it feels like the space opens up for him in midfield, because the whole defensive line just focuses on the France front four, so the midfield players might have an opportunity to shoot from distance. From Spain's midfield point of view, look, Rodri has been absolutely class, man. The way that Spain dictate games is really, really interesting to see, because they give very little away in terms of chances. Yes, just the 1 goal that they've conceded, but they give very little away. Now, do they change their approach and not try and push as high up the pitch. Look, they'll want to dominate the ball and compress it as much as possible, those quick combinations in and around. But that is a risky game against this France attack because they are so quick. Ousmane Dembele with a push and run, and he can kill you on that side. So Marc Cucurella against Ousmane Dembele will be a key battle. And of course, Jules Koundé up against Bradley Barcola on the other side. Welcome, Mr. Gotham. Mbappe has already surpassed Platini. Platini won the Euros, and the World Cup is bigger than the Euros. Platini didn't even get to a World Cup final. Kylian's only got Zizou in front of him, and that gap is closing. Well, Gotham, I cannot disagree with that. Another World Cup for Kylian Mbappe, and good luck catching him as the best France player of all time. Kylian Mbappe, when he dons that France shirt on, he is just a different beast, man. Jacob, you see France winning the game? Let me be honest, I want to see France in the final, man. It's got to be France in the final, and if Argentina or England need to catch a beating, it's got to be in the hands of France, because while Spain are capable of beating anybody, they're going to cut you with they're going to cut you with like 1,000 different cuts. But France, I'm going to bring in the howitzer and blow you out the water. And that's what you want to see in a World Cup final. Goals, the biggest stars. And Kylian Mbappe in the World Cup, you just simply have to see him in the World Cup final, man. Just imagine that. 18 years old, 22 years old, now 26 years of age. He has lost one World Cup game. And that was in the final on pens, where he scored a hat-trick. That's his World Cup legacy, man. And as you mentioned, Gautam, it's Zizou, man. It's only Zizou ahead of him. Look, Zizou and Mbappe, two different players, two different kinds of personalities. But Kylian Mbappe definitely has his sights set on being France's all-time best. Look, for Spain, this has got to be the game for Lamine Yamal. He simply has to step up here. He's up against Luca Dean. Now, Luca Dean is not a world-class defender at left back. He can do a job, no doubt about it, but he's up against arguably one of the best right wingers in the game in Lamine Yamal, and he's a big match player, man. When the pressure is high, he will step up. So I'm pretty sure this is the game where Lamine Yamal steps up, not just in terms of being on the score sheet, just being that influence on the pitch, man. So it's going to be interesting whether or not he can cope with the pressure. His first World Cup, the pressure is different, man, in the World Cup. It just is. So Lamine Yamal will have to climb up a couple of levels to try and catch Kylian Mbappe in that department. What's up, Yashi? You're backing the Spaniards, and that is going against the grain. I like it. You need to see a bit of love for Spain here, because everybody expects France to be that team. They are the favorites, despite Spain being ranked higher than them. Spain are the number 2 ranked team in the world, and France are number 3. But I wouldn't give rankings too much precedence, because Argentina are top side in the world, but they don't play like it. They have really struggled throughout this tournament, so I wouldn't put too much emphasis on those rankings. But there's any team that can beat France, it's the Spain side. So fully expecting a top game. Let's see the stars on show. Let's see some outstanding football. I mean, we're literally a month away from the start of the World Cup back in June. And what a tournament it has been, man. Just brilliant. One of the best World Cups in terms of the games. Yes, the timings have been rough, but man, if you've survived the timings in terms of the games, the dramas, the underdog story, watching Cabo Verde, a team with 500,000 population, give Argentina a game of their lives, then seeing Egypt turn up and putting on the screws on them. We've seen Mexico, we've seen US dazzle on a couple of occasions. It has been fantastic, man, and this is what it's all about. Semi-finals time. Ooh, the players will be feeling it in their chest. This is the game, man. You are so close to the final. Losing this would absolutely suck. Not being in the final after all that preparation, all the quality that you have, would be a hard pill to swallow. Oh, today is Bastille Day as well. France cannot lose. No, that's a very interesting tidbit to have this game. The AT&T Stadium in Dallas, we've seen plenty of World Cups games in this stadium. It has been absolutely top, man. Oh, the players will be feeling the heat. Rodri and Kylian Mbappe. But if I asked you who's got the Ballon d'Or between those two, someone would say, like If you ask somebody who doesn't have too much knowledge on football, they would lean towards Kylian Mbappe, but that's not the case. Rodri's got a Ballon d'Or to his name. And of course, France's Ballon d'Or is Ousmane Dembele, the reigning defending Ballon d'Or winner, going back to back with Paris Saint-Germain with the Champions League. If he adds a World Cup here, he might be making an excellent case to going back to back with the Ballon d'Or as well. Oh, what a setting this is, man. Big game feels. I'm feeling the jitters. I can't imagine what the players are going through. Kylian Mbappe, cool as ice. His third semi-final. Been there, done that. He looks ice cold. As for Lamine Yamal, his first World Cup. And it turns into a World Cup semi-finals. Yet to really illuminate the stage in the World Cup. His team have been getting the job done on the DL, on the quietness. Just putting teams away with such ease. But they've taken games deep. But they do have Mikel Merino on the bench, who is an absolute wild card. He is the most clutch player of the tournament, despite playing very little football. The impact that he has had, unrivaled. So, boys, are we doing predictions? Are we going straight for teams who are winning? I can't call this one, man. This is so close. France will start off as favourites, but Spain, do not count them out. Look, I'm giving the Spanish midfield a lot more weightage over Tchouaméni and Rabiot, the French midfield. So the way that Spain will keep the ball and dominate it, I expect them to really have that early stage. But if they leave space in behind, France will just play possum, man. Sit back, wait, and hit on the counter-attack. Simple ball over the top for Dembele, Barcola, and Mbappe to chase. That is a scary proposition. Kylian Mbappe, he is pumped, and why not? From Spain's point of view, Cubarsí and Aymeric Laporte, outstanding defensively, best defense in the tournament. They'd be disappointed to concede against Belgium and Charles de Ketelaere with the header. France don't have that aerial presence though, but they can kill you in so many different ways. Any kind of space for Kylian Mbappe, he will hurt him. Thoughts on Barcola starting, says Gautam. I actually don't mind that move because I get the thinking behind it. If he throws all his heavyweight options up front and Spain manage to kind of parry it away, then bringing on someone like Barcola, I'm not really sure will frighten Spain, if you know what I mean. But if this front four can't deliver and then you bring on Desiree Doué instead of Bradley Barcola, suddenly in the second half, the dynamic changes. So I don't really mind that move, man. I kind of rate it, actually. It's kind of holding back as well. Not throw all your weapons first up. It's going to be a second half team. I mean, Spain, we've seen them being the perfect example of the second half team. They drag games late and deep. So France are pretty much expecting that. So I don't really mind this. And it also keeps Desiree Doué hungry, man. He's just been waiting. Call me, put me on, coach. He's going to be saying that from minute 30 in his mind. He'll want to get out there and make the impact that he's very much capable of doing. So I don't mind that move, actually. It's a good move. From Spain's point of view, we saw Pedri coming on in the second half against Belgium, and Spain got a little worse. Now, that's a curious decision of whether or not he'll continue with Fabian Ruiz in midfield, or among the hour mark, he brings on Pedri for a bit more control. But they lose a bit of that physicality that Fabian Ruiz brings. And then, of course, that forward length is box crashing that Fabian Ruiz is excellent at doing. Xavi Hernandez in the crowd. All the pre-match niceties out the window. The defensive pairings, man. Both teams, outstanding balance. Cubarsí and Laporte, top. Upamecano and Saliba, top. That is just brilliant to see. So both attackers are not going to have it as straightforward as they think they would. Lord, the focus is on the attack, and rightfully so. But the two defenders, absolutely on top. France have conceded just the 2 goals all tournament, and Spain just the 1. Is that El Salvador and Nicaragua? That is an interesting choice in terms of officials to have. I mean, this is the biggest game of the World Cup. I'm not sure how much experience real big game experiences there on the pitch and in the booth. Oof, that's a big call indeed. Well, fair play to the refs. Getting to ref such a, the other way to say is premium fixture. Good on them. Here's France starting 11. Mike Maignan in goal. The back four remains as it was. Luca Dean and Jules Koundé as the fullbacks, with Saliba and Upamecano as the two centre halves. Rabiot and Chouameni as the two pivot players. The front three are Bradley Barcola on the left, Michael Olise, the top creator of the World Cup, in the centre, and Ousmane Dembele on the right. And of course, the leading man, 8 goals in the World Cup, Kylian Mbappe, chasing Leo Messi's record of all-time top scorer in the World Cup, leading the line, feeding off the service, and he'll be thirsty to deliver. Spain with Unai Simon in goal, Marco Correa and Pedro Porro's fullbacks, Laporte and Pau Cubarsí as the two centre halves. Rodri's new centre midfield partner is Fabian Ruiz. Front four remains the same: Dani Olmo, Alex Baena, Lamine Yamal, and the centre forward Mikel Oyarzabal, who's been Spain's top scorer with 4 goals. That's FIFA's get out of jail card. The rest are inexperienced, so can scam a few calls, says Gautam. Well, that's the other game. I want to see the other game and who the refs are going to be for that one. Wouldn't be surprised if it's all Argentine. But against England, it'll be difficult to get away with it. Luis de la Fuente and Didier Deschamps, the two managers. De la Fuente getting the better of Deschamps in Euro 2024. That's when Lamine Yamal introduced himself with a cracking goal. Are we going to see Lamine again, or is it going to be Kylian Mbappe time? Well, the players will be observing a minute's silence. I think this is still about Jaden Adams, isn't it? The South African international who we saw in the World Cup. I remember doing a watch-along with South Africa and Canada. He was there. Life is short, man. 25 years of age. That's crazy. Well, let's go, man. I cannot wait for this game. The players are up for it. I am up for it, guys. Let's have a fantastic game of football. 90 minutes, possibly more, for a spot in the World Cup finals. It is France versus Spain. And here we go. It's weird not to see Spain in their red kit, but they are in white, and France remain in blue. Interesting to see how, again, that defensive line, that's what I'm going to be keeping a close eye on from Spain's point of view. How brave are Laporte and Pau Cubarsí? Laporte's not the quickest, but Laporte's an absolute monster in terms of able to cover the ground despite not being quick. And of course, his aerial prowess supreme. Both very comfortable on the ball. Kylian Mbappe looking to cut out those passing lanes. Here's Cucurella, fires that decently. Mike Maignan with a comfortable enough grab. Marc Cucurella, recently signed with Real Madrid. Jose Mourinho will absolutely love him. A defender who likes to defend, and of course technically proficient as well. Does it feel like one goal will decide this game? Nice pass by Maignan to Rabiot. That's a misplaced pass by Adrien Rabiot, Milan midfielder. That Milan connection on display there with Mike Maignan finding Adrien Rabiot. It's Fabian Ruiz. Rodri. Full-time 0-0 Spain win after a jammy goal from Cucurella in extra time, says Gautam. Ooh, big call. If someone's scoring the late goal for Spain, my money is on Mikel Merino, man. He's that guy. He just simply is. Undeniable at this point. Ousmane Dembele. So early on in the Champions League, where Marc Cucurella and Chelsea up against Barcelona and Lamine Yamal put on an absolute clinic in terms of defensive performance. Ousmane Dembele has got pace on the outside, and he's got vulgar pace. Once he beats you, impossible to catch him. Unai Simon looks to spread dangerous play there by the goalkeeper. And it's France who are stepping up here. Saliba and Upamecano, they're lightning quick as well. Saliba finds Chouameni. Here's Rabiot. onto the left-hand side. 14-year span for... Oh, what a turn that is by Kylian Mbappe, already looking in the mood. When Kylian Mbappe has a couple of touches, early touches in the match, you just know what kind of mood he's in, man. Just looking to make things happen. He's not just sending as a centre forward. He's dropping deep, making sure that he links up, gets a few early touches, doesn't get too isolated. Nice pass between the lines. Spain are very much capable of doing this all game long. Here's Pedro Porro, finds Lamine Yamal. It'll be interesting to see whether or not Bradley Barcola will stick to his guns in terms of doubling up and helping out Luka Dean. Here's Lamine, brilliant work there. Rabiot, strong. Ooh, France have pinched the ball. Look at Kylian Mbappe putting on the afterburners. Fabian Ruiz does well. Here's Kylian Mbappe. Hey, what's up, Aman? Big game feels, big game settings. I'm expecting a really tight game too. Could be just a solitary goal. Both defenses, top. I have no idea where Mr. Manny is. Might have to put a phone call to him. Guess he's missing the game. He's got bigger fish to fry. Here's Lamine Yamal. Finds Alex Baena. Kylian is on it exactly. First 2 touches with Kylian Mbappe. You can tell, man. He's very much feeling it. Fabian Ruiz finds Pedro Porro. Pau Kubarsi to Rodri. France retreating. Again, they won't mind this. Again, this is where they can just lull Spain into a false sense of security. Ball over the top. Winning the ball high up the pitch could be really dangerous. Spain so far, again, they're looking to just compress that pitch as much as possible. Here's Rodri. Rodri's been, I think he'd be my pick in terms of best midfielder of the tournament. Anybody else in terms of a real shout? I think Rodri has just been superb, man. Every time you've seen him, this looks completely unfazed in midfield. He's got every pass in the book. Perfect number 6 for them. Here's Laporte. Seems that France not really bothered in terms of pressing the centre halves, despite both of them having great ball playing abilities. Cucurella finds Laporte. France just happy to shuffle across. Baena. Jules Koundé defends well. Ousmane Dembele pinches it. This could be trouble for Spain. Kylian Mbappe gets away from the challenge and now invites Luka Dean forward here. Real trouble for Spain now. It's Bradley Barcola. Good challenge. He rides it nicely. Here's Bradley Barcola. Clips it in. Corner for France. And just like that, that's how quickly they turn it on. You've seen fast players before, but in terms of fast twitch muscles, never seen anything like Mbappe, says Gautam. Oof, when he just drops the shoulders, supremely quick. Odegaard, best 10 in the World Cup? Get lost, man. Get out of here. Jude is not a midfielder, man. Jude's the number 10. Jude's got to compete with Dani Olmo and Michael Olise as the best number 10s. Ball into the box, cleared away. Rabiot! Oh, sliced effort. Jude's not a midfielder, man. He can play like a midfielder, but he's very much a number 10. In and around the box. And that's where Thomas Tuchel kind of got it wrong for about 15 to 20 minutes in the second half. When he took off Declan Rice, he played Jude slightly deeper. Once he moved Reece James into midfield, freed Jude Bellingham to play forward again. Talking about pivot players, and that's where Rodri is just top, man. Really is next level in terms of that perfect number 6. I know I'm being put under a bit of pressure by Mikel Oyarzabal. Good header forward. And so far so good from both teams. Absorbing some early punches. Both keepers relatively untroubled. I want to see who's the first team to really take that extra bit of risk. Just feels that it's France. Dembele does break kindly. Rodri with a very good win in midfield. Last 2 Ballon d'Or winners. Fabian Ruiz. Good evening, Manny. They were waiting for you. The chat could not relax. They were like, "Where's Manny?" What's up, bro? Good evening. Good evening. Oh, that's a good challenge by Adrian Rabiot. Rabiot started well. First 7 minutes. Oh, Michael Olise is bursting through here, and he nearly slips it through to Mbappe. What a critical interception by Aymeric Laporte. Here's Dani Olmo. Peeling away on the right-hand side, finding Lamine Yamal. Game's feeling like it's about to burst, man, into action. Here's Olmo, drop of the shoulder, nice shift away. Rabiot's been excellent. Ooh, that's a foul right outside the box. That is a close call. Let's have a look here at the challenge. Might have gotten the ball first. He's got a case there, Adrian Rabiot. Oh, he's gotten the ball first. That's not a foul. Yes, he lands uncomfortably on Dani Olmo, but that is not a foul, man. He's won the ball first. This is a supreme position for Spain. Gautam, the Upamecano Bozo gene does not exist, man. Yes, he does make a few mistakes. Every centre-half does. But that guy, one of the best. I told you. Manny's choosing. Look at this guy. Look at his priorities, Gautam. Unacceptable indeed. This World Cup semi-finals, France versus Spain, drop everything. Good to see you, bro. Free kick for Spain. Again, how have they not overturned this one, man? He's clearly won the ball first. Yes, he catches him, but come on, man. Seems a bit weird, but we'll carry on. Only 11-second delay to the Z5 stream. Not bad. Manageable for you guys. Lamine Yamal searching for his first World Cup knockout goal. Surely they've got to overturn it, man. I mean, no? Nothing? Again, we don't want them to take the piss here. Keep the game flowing. Don't waste time. All this foolishness can be avoided. I mean, ball's placed there, man. Just take it. Like moving the ball forward would help them. They would always move it backwards, so why does it matter? What a waste of time, man. A good minute just wasted. Free kick for Spain here. Could be the right foot of Baena. It is Baena. It's right against the wall. Yamal bursts through on the outside. Trivela pass. Good defending, Upamecano. Here's Fabian Ruiz. And Jules Koundé repels. Fabian Ruiz has had that forward punch. Again, Baena taking the free kick over Lamine Yamal. Certainly an interesting call. Yamal has to pull rank there, man, despite the age difference. Here's Kubarsi. Pedro Porro. Decent pass indeed. Apologies accepted, Manny. What's up, Nikhil? Odegaard for life. Interesting call. Is he your spirit animal or is it still Jude Bellingham? What a pass by Magnon to Adrian Rabiot. That connection, not the first time that we've seen that in the match so far. Mbappe, Rabiot, Luka Dean, Tchouameni, Diop Upamecano. Good progression this from France. Patient stuff. Rabiot got a yellow card. No way. Oh, that is a terrible decision. He got the ball first, man. That is an awful call. Here's Upamecano. Men of culture appreciate Odegaard. Oh, good defending by Aymeric Laporte. Laporte is an absolute tank, man. It's a real shame that this could be the last 2 games that I'm seeing of Laporte because I'm not going to watch the Saudi League. Xavi and Arsene Wenger in the main box. Odegaard is Nikhil. Here's Baena. Not having any agenda run against Odegaard. Just calling it as I see it, mate. No agenda. Especially in the World Cup, man. What agenda will I run? Magnon with a good first touch. Yeah, Wenger and Xavi. Ooh, risky. Ulisse, of all people, nearly assists Spain on that occasion. His assists have slightly dried up, Michael Ulisse. Been on fire for a while now. Wenger does love the game, but he's also part of FIFA, so it's part of his job description to be at games. Lovely switch to Digne. What's up, Chera? What is up? Got any predictions? He's seeing France. Very little love for Spain in the chat. I do like the stadium, man. The AT&T Stadium of Dallas. I think it's one of the most expensive stadiums built. Could be the SoFi Stadium, LA Rams too, but yeah, the AT&T Stadium, superb, man. I don't want to jinx it. No, forget. I'm not going to say it. Here's Ulisse. He gets robbed off the ball. Ruiz has been good, man. He's winning key midfield battles. Him and Adrian Rabiot. Sold 2 tickets for this match. We could have gone, bro, but decided not to. That's money in the bank, Manny. Play the long game. Decent pass onto the left-hand side here for Marc Cucurella. Here's Baena. Approaching the 15-minute mark. Both keepers yet to be tested. Here's Rodri. Gets away from Ulisse. Oh, that's a yellow card possibly for Michael Ulisse for a foul on the skipper. He was late. That's more of a yellow card than what Rabiot did. That's right on the shin, and that was late. Ooh, that's a bad challenge. Michael Ulisse. Oof. Oh, that could have been an ankle breaker, man. That's a late challenge too. He's lucky. So lucky. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta. Superb, gotta say. But that was a bad challenge and he got away with it. Did he get booked for it? That was such a hectic challenge. That's an ankle breaker, man. Lucky boy, Michael Ulisse. Here's Baena's ball in. Ulisse, what a first touch that is by Michael Ulisse, and Dembele looks to switch it perfectly. Kylian Mbappe with Unai Simon off his line. It's Kylian Mbappe, brilliant challenge. Pedro Porro showcasing his pace. Mbappe swarmed around. Dembele, Barcola, clever pass. It's Michael Ulisse off balance, corner for France. Oh, how quickly France attack again. It's that ball over the top. We spoke about it before kickoff. Dembele has one look and then he just smacks it forward. Unai Simon, such a risky decision. If Kylian Mbappe decides to chip there, could have been very, very hectic. Keeper took a chance, man. He took a big chance. That was hectic. Unai Simon, rush of blood to the head, I'm not sure. He went charging out. Whew. England going from extreme storms in the round of 16 to extreme heat in the quarterfinals to a full AC stadium for the semis. Is that an advantage? You just have to acclimatize, isn't it? Speed of the break is too quick, man, Gautam. Dembele, he's not even running. He's the one just passing it. Kylian Mbappe will play off the shoulder. Here's Upamecano. Finding Michael Ulisse. Now Dembele on the right-hand side. Baena helping out defensively. Dembele, quick shimmy and shuffle. Great ball manipulation there by Dembele. He kind of overcooks it, but finds Bradley Barcola. Immaculate first touch. Here's Digne. France queuing up here. Tchouaméni now. Cross into the box. Cleared away by Laporte. Good strong header there by the centre half. Ooh, the game's cooking now. Slowish start. Both teams looking to have a go now. France have woken up. Here's Tchouaméni. Finding William Saliba. Upamecano. Michael Ulisse. It's a bit of a knock there. Cucurella does really well because he just puts him off. Risky pass by Rodri Hernandez. Whew. Especially with Kylian Mbappe just waiting to pounce on any sort of misstep. Laporte, Fabian Ruiz. Game settling down now by the looks of it. Haven't seen too much of Mikel Oyarzabal in the centre forward position. Dani Olmo getting lost there in the number 10 position. Here's Cucurella. Aymeric Laporte. Yeah, no pressure on the ball. Centre halves getting the privilege. Clever pass by Ruiz. Upamecano is absolutely rapid. No chance for Marc Cucurella to get around the beast. In terms of profiles, the two centre halves for France, are just perfect, man. William Saliba, top. And Dayot Upamecano, superb. Look at how Spain reinforced their defense. They're pretty much going with the exact same back five throughout the tournament. Rodri, man. Gautam, I told you, he is the guy. He's just the glue. He makes things tick. And even if you leave like an ocean of space around him, he doesn't look isolated, man. Even in Manchester City, that's the case. Yes, they dominate the ball a lot more, so it helps, but he's the guy, man. Just allows the other midfielder to go into uncomfortable positions because you know behind you, Rodri will... He's there. He'll sweep up. He'll mop up. Don't worry about it. Fabian Ruiz gets that permission almost to go and crash the box. Be a little bit more forward-oriented. Kubarsi, that's a good pass to Dani Olmo. Barcelona connection there. Olmo to Aymeric Laporte. Laporte with a good carry. Right-footed pass to Cucurella. Here's Marc Cucurella with the clip ball into the box. Mikel Oyarzabal is never winning a header against either. Oh, that could be a pen, and it is! Luca Dean. It's come from his wrong side. He doesn't know what's happening there. It's a clear as day penalty. No complaints from Luca Dean. It is Lamine Yamal who creeps in from the wrong side. And that's a huge, huge blow for France here. Clear as day pen. No complaints from Luca Dean. Stonewaller. It looks bad, doesn't it? But he doesn't know Lamine is coming from the wrong side. Oh, that was a hefty kick on the thigh. Oh, what a chance this is for Spain, man. Take the lead against France. Could change the game entirely. Who's taking the pen here for Spain? That's a clear-cut pen, though, Gautam. There's always a pen. There's nothing you can do about it. It's accidental, but once you leather the opposition, it's going to always be a pen. Oyarzabal has been the form man. Does he take the pen? I mean, I'm not sure what the French players are even doing here. They should be carted off, like just trying to put unnecessary pressure. Who's taking the pen here for Spain? Have they gotten a pen in this tournament so far? Don't remember it. Trying to think. If this was France, it would be a much easier decision, but it looks like it will be Mikel Oyarzabal. Oh, big moment in this match already. Everything is planned, is it, Nikhil? Oh, chance here, man. Big, big chance. Mikel Oyarzabal will take the pen. Has converted his last 5 pens for club and country. They're giving it to the hot hand with 4 World Cup goals. Mikel Oyarzabal to take Spain one step closer to the final. Big, big moment in this match, man. Whew. This is nerves. Nerves of steel required. It's Mikel Oyarzabal! 1-0 to Spain! Mike Maignan guesses the right way, but he can't stop the pen. It's hit with terrific power. It's right into the corner, and Spain lead. Great pen, that. Supreme pen. Even if the keeper dives the right way, no chance to stop it. Hits it with force, hits it true, right into the corner. Ice cold, Mikel Oyarzabal, 5 World Cup goals. And he delivers on the big stage. Yes, your Spaniards have woken up here. Has a look. Couple of hops. That's a perfect pen, man. Great strike. And you're guessing the right way, but getting nowhere near it. And now, France will have to go out there and really attack. To be honest, this is the ideal scenario, really. Get the early goal for Spain and then see the full wrath of France going forward. French kid in tears already. Chin up, kid. There's still a long way to go. They've not called the hydration break. I'm surprised. I thought right after the kick, they'll signal straight to the bench. No water break today? Yes. AC Stadium. They don't need one. Only has something that will improve your mood. World Cup final halftime to be extended to 30 minutes. You're going to have a Super Bowl style halftime show. Oh my. Gather, you're just evil, man. You knew that would bring my mood down, but geez, man, 30 minutes. That goes against the very fiber of the game, man. They're giving more and more breaks. I mean, the body goes cold. What are they doing? It's absolutely wild. Somebody get Infantino out of the US, man. He's getting way too many ideas. Who's performing, though? Is it going to be like Beyonce? Then we might just tune in. 1-0 to Spain. Chad, I hope it's not real. I hope Gotham is just pulling my leg, but I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. Just spring it on us before the finals. What are you even going to do? Just moan and complain while they rake in the big bucks. Well, World Cup in America, they're going to maximize on it. Who's performing, though? Dude, 30 minutes is disgusting as a viewer, but it's even worse if you're a player, man. That kind of a break, imagine. Oof, they're playing with fire, man. That'll keep their bodies warm, Beyonce, exactly. That's the only way. Nikhil, is that official or are you just throwing some names? No way. Oh, wow. So, a complete miss. Like, we can miss all of them. Dude, that's criminal, man. Then again, it's FIFA and the US. Criminal enterprise. And it is what it is. We'll cross that bridge. Thankfully, the hydration break is done, and Didier Deschamps just fired a slight rocket. See whether or not France go out there and really put it on now. What, 20 minutes, 22 minutes, full effort. Again, the midfield battle. It's all Spain, man. Rodri and Fabian Ruiz dominating that. Yet to see Kylian Mbappe have a strike. He has threatened on a couple of occasions. France do look deadly on the counter, but Spain so far having the perfect half. Unai Simon not travelled. I know, man. It's all for the love of the game. Don't rat me out, bro. What kind of snitch are you? Good play in the central areas. Oh, Rodri loses out. Here's Mbappe. Oh, clever pass by Kylian Mbappe onto the left-hand side. Now Chouameni. Oh, he leaves it short. They've pinched it on that right-hand side by Pedro Porro. Yep, the Oyarzabal pen, superb. Had a slight stutter, just basically to have a look, but There was no stutter in terms of the movement. Perfect pen, man. Brilliant from him. Put some respect on his name. There's Rodri. Porro. Ooh, rush challenge on Kylian Mbappe. Gets caught there. Just gets there first, Kylian Mbappe. Let's have a look here. Does win the ball first by the looks of it there, Pau Kubarsi. Just an awkward landing. Yep, Mbappe is okay. Thrown for France. Here's William Saliba. Oh, William Saliba has gone down. Oh, this is a huge problem for France. Can you believe it? It goes from bad to worse. No pressure on the ball. He just kicks it out. Maxence Lacroix immediately warming up here. This is a disaster. Not just going a goal down, but losing one of their key players, William Saliba. That's a hamstring injury. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal equally concerned. This is the foul on Lamine Yamal. Let's have a look whether or not William Saliba had done any sort of damage before that, or he just completely goes down, having pulled a muscle. Did look bad, especially when no one's around you. Immediately you go down. Something's gone wrong, and Lacroix immediately hastening up his warm-up. Oh, this is a nightmare for France, man. Not going according to plan whatsoever. Arsenal player breaking down when the team needs them the most. Shocked. We saw Declan Rice in the quarterfinals lasting only 45 minutes. William Saliba, before the half an hour mark, he's off. Huge blow for France, man. Look, Lacroix is a good defender, but he doesn't have William Saliba's calmness on the ball. Again, in terms of defense as well, William Saliba is just a couple of levels above Lacroix. Handy, but also telling that Didier Deschamps has picked Maxence Lacroix over someone like Ibrahima Konate, who's the more experienced centre-half. Big blow this for France, man. They've had a couple of setbacks already. First half not going according to plan. Kylian Mbappe yet to lose in the World Cup in 90 minutes. Could this be the game? Lacroix over Konate, his rep is in the mud. Exactly, man. I mean, Konate a couple of years back, if I told you that Maxence Lacroix would be ahead of Ibrahima Konate in the pecking order, all laughed. Oh, Olise is playing a dangerous game, man. That's a foul by Cucurella, but Michael Olise again. Ooh, that's a yellow for Cucurella. Not sure whether or not Cucurella, no complaints from him. The first one's not really a foul. This one definitely is. Cucurella crashing into Michael Olise. Yellow card for Cucurella and a free kick for France. Surprised Dembele is taking it. On his right foot too. Should be comfortable for Unai Simon, and it is. Dembele not the best set piece taker. Yep, the gap is huge, Aman. Massive between William Saliba and Maxence Lacroix. Great carry by Pau Kubarsi. Look at him go. But nobody making the run forward. Where's Lamine Yamal, man? He's MIA. Kubarsi with a great run forward. That's when you're looking for your right winger to just slip it through and him to have a run. Okay, this first half for Spain has been perfect, man. It's their midfield. It's their midfield. It's that kind of control that good header by Lacroix. And Rodri could have intercepted that, but he lets Dani Olmo continue. Here's Alex Baena. The last two encounters, Spain have got the better of France, both by 1-goal margins. Euro 2024 semi-final, that was the big one where Handel Kolo Muani opened the scoring. Lamine Yamal's equalizer got everybody off their seat. And Mikel Oyarzabal adding the second before halftime, with Spain holding on. Here's Aymeric Laporte. So I just refuse to believe you win a World Cup without being rocked or facing real adversity. That's true. Here's Cucurella. Might find its way back to Olmo. That's a risky challenge. Oh, both fullbacks nearly conceding pens there. Jules Koundé try to pinch that. Right now we're going to have to really see what France are all about. Have they gone behind in this World Cup? I'm trying to think. They conceded 1 goal against Norway. They were 2-0 up, if my memory serves me right, and then Norway pulled a goal back swiftly. In the knockouts, they haven't conceded. Oh, Olmo with a wide swipe. This looks to hit that over power rather than placement. Well, this is adversity now. Against a team that can keep the ball better than you. Really is. Who's that in the crowd? Every now and then, the cameraman just pans over to a celeb. Generally a sports star that looks like the Dallas Cowboy quarterback. I might be wrong. Is that Tony Romo? I'm not sure, man. I might be wrong. Dallas Cowboys quarterback in the 2000s, 2010 maybe, something like that. My American ball knowledge is not too much. Oh my word, Mike Mannion. The offside flag raised. Alex Baena just latches on to a long ball forward. France are looking ropey here, man. He is offside. Konate stepping in right on time. France playing a dangerous game here. Again, even Jules Koundé, man, just prodding a leg out, so risky. This first half for Spain is perfect. Hey, Manny, who was the celeb in the crowd that they showed a few minutes ago? You're the one with the American ball knowledge. My guess was Tony Romo. Could be wrong. It could have been a pen, man. I mean, it looked like a pen. Mike Mannion, clad against Baena, but the offside flag certainly bailed him out. Upamecano without his handler, spooky. We'll see. Nothing yet. It's just an offside run. You've seen this partnership. I think it was against Norway where Saliba didn't play and Lacroix started alongside Dayo Upamecano. Manny, you're not switched on for this game, man. The lack of commitment is appalling. Here's Lacroix. Do France have an equalizer before half-time? Again, for France, they have Desiree Doué off the bench. Gautam, you see the decision? Told you, the second half is where France might look to think, because Bradley Barcola has had a relatively anonymous first half, but here he is, Barcola with the strike, wild swipe. Bradley Barcola, he knows that his number is up at halftime at some point, because Desiree Doué will be on the pitch as quickly as possible. That's a game changer, though. Look, if it was 1-0 at halftime and France have played their best 4 attackers, Desiree Doué is on the left as well, you look at it and then think Spain are winning this game here. But Doué off the bench, game changer. Here's Cucurella finding Alex Baena. And he's got movement in front of him. Oyarzabal was just hoping that the ball was fed to him. What a clever turn by Fabian Ruiz. Nobody's closing them down. France looking very lazy off the ball. Spain are all over them. Pedro Porro. Oh, decent strike. Nice to see, hopefully, incoming Chelsea player Lacroix coming on ahead of Madrid-bound Konate, says Manny. I'm not sure that link has gone really cold. I mean, it might thaw after the World Cup. Spain has cut off France's water. Oh, what a risky touch by Mike Maignan, and he gives it away. Baena pounces. Baena, Rodri. This could be real trouble. Oh, the lovely 1-2. Brilliant play. Oh, this is sensational stuff. And it would have been one of the goals of the tournament if Fabian Ruiz finds the back of the net. The 1-2 in and around the box is special between Dani Olmo and Lamine Yamal. And Fabian Ruiz nearly applies the finishing touches. Look at this. This is beautiful football, man. Oh, it deserved a goal. And look who it is. Tayo Upamecano with a critical interception. Spain are cooking. Yeah, man, Spain have conceded just the one goal the entire tournament. And before kickoff, France had just conceded 2. France 3 now. Spain remain on 1. It was so close. Here's the chance now. Lacroix heads it away. It's going to be a real melee in the box. It breaks kindly onto the left-hand side. Here's Fabian Ruiz. Ruiz with the ball floated in towards the far stick, asking a lot out of Alex Baena. Can he keep that in play? Yes, he can. Brilliant. Here's Lamine Yamal now. Yamal goes on the outside. He's been doubled, but still gets there first. I think that might be a foul on Luca Dean, and yes, it is. Hey, Chechi, what's up? You woke up before the second half. Proud of you. Spain are looking dangerous, Cheddar. They're looking excellent here. The quick combinations, France cannot live with it. This is what I keep saying. Without midfield control, you cannot do anything. Midfield control is critical, man. Just having a functional enough midfield will get you through most of the tournament. But when it comes to the big stage, it's pretty much this game that France had to worry about. The England or the Argentine midfield wouldn't worry France at all. But it's the Spanish midfield. It's just different gravy, man. Olise, crunching challenge. Rodri has not forgotten that challenge by Olise on him. N'Golo Kante in the French midfield. We haven't seen him this World Cup yet. And man, it would be lovely to see him on the big stage again. But if someone's coming on for France, it would be Manu Kone. Tchouameni in midfield. Struggle, man. I think Rabiot's looked still okay. Tchouameni. Questions have to be asked. Mbappe, clever pass, but he was offside. Lamine Yamal indeed. If France win today, they win the World Cup. I say the same thing with Spain, man. If Spain win today, they're going to win the World Cup. I don't see either England or Argentina causing them any problems. Can you imagine England or Argentina hanging with the Spanish midfield? No chance. They'll suffocate them. Again, Unai Simon is playing a dangerous game. He's the only player that I'm looking at it from a Spanish point of view, saying that don't keep doing things foolishly here. Ball over the top here for Kylian Mbappe. Offside flag remains. Yeah, it's just belated now. No, Manny, it's not going to be a good balance. Spain will kill whoever they play in terms of the overall game. They're going to probably win it like they beat like Belgium or Portugal. It may not be pretty. It may not be like a comfortable 2 or 3-0 victory, but it'll squeeze the life out of whoever they play in the final, man. That's why I truly believe whoever wins this one is going to get their hands on the trophy. Here's Rodri. Again, from Didier Deschamps' point of view, if he just makes a like-for-like substitution, bringing on Desiree Doué for Bradley Barcola, nothing really changes from France's point of view. Something's got to give, man. Jude's got this. Hero ball is unstoppable. Let's see how much he empties the tank in the semi-finals. Does he have anything left? Because his carry job has been superhuman. Almost feels like he might just empty it all out against Argentina. He's running on fumes in the final. Well, if France are winning this one, let me assure you what the other side of the tournament will be. If Spain win, easy money. Spain have a lead without a late Merino goal. Monish, why are you happy? Oh, Kylian Mbappe might be through here. Brilliant by Unai Simon. That's the kind of sweeper-keeper role that he has to play. The flag stays down as well. Spain are playing on the edge, and they're reaping the benefits of it, though. Monish, why are you happy that France are losing? Is it because of Marc Cucurella? Clever touch by Bradley Barcola. That was a tight call. Maybe Kubarsi's knee is playing Kylian Mbappe onside. Great play by Unai Simon, though. Last time he tried to play sweeper-keeper. Nearly resulted in a French goal. Corner for France. Lise delivers. Decent ball in. Not the most convincing bit of clearances, but Jules Koundé recycles. Good defensive header by Rodri. Oh, it's a real mess now. Cleared away by Rodri again. Foul's been given. Foul on Laporte. You just don't like Argentina and France. That's fair enough. That's not a foul, man. It might be a foul on one before this, one on Laporte, because Mikel Oyarzabal and Unai Simon get into a real muddle there. It's not for Cuckoo then, eh? The goalkeeper is gunning, that's for sure. Chouameni's lucky Rabiot's on a yellow card because he'd be definitely dragged off at halftime. Honking performance. Chouameni has been absent today. Here's Dembele. Nearly squeezes it through. That could be a foul, and it is. Ooh, Fabian Ruiz goes lunging in. There's a quick conversation with his Paris Saint-Germain teammate. So far, the refereeing performance, good, bad, ugly? What do you say? I think that Rabiot challenge, that's not a foul, man. That's never a foul. Fabian Ruiz has every reason to just be mystified about that decision. How's that a foul? What am I missing here? That is not a foul. Goalkeeper justifies his selection. He's always been number one for Luis de la Fuente, man. He's got Joan Garcia and David Raya both on the bench. This is never a foul, man. Fouls. It's not a foul. Yeah, good call. Nicely done. They rescind it. Yamal finds Cucurella on the left-hand side now. Cucurella looking for the disguised pass. Rabiot intercepts. Yep, there was no foul. Good call by VAR. Don't say that very often. Carrick saw this Chouameni performance coming. He knew. Ahead of the curve. The Chouameni did extend his contract a couple of days ago. 13 million a year. Doesn't play like it at times. Here's Rodri. Rodri looks like the £100 million midfielder, doesn't he? How the hell did City get him for so cheap? One season at Atletico Madrid. That was all enough. Ooh, is that Rabiot? Rabiot's on a yellow card. He better walk away. Walk away. Say nothing and walk. How late is this challenge? Oh, he catches him on top of the boot, man. I mean, that Michael... I don't think he does. That Michael Olise challenge was terrible. And that Rabiot foul, not sure how much he catches Fabian Ruiz, but it is so risky. That is, I think, Rabiot's last chance. He's going to get hooked at halftime, man. Here's Oyarzabal. Spain looking for the second before halftime. Yamal. Alex Baena loses out to Rabiot. Here's Dayo Upamecano. Finding Michael Olise. The French front four have gone missing for a while. Dembele, they're not on the same wavelength here. This is looking all off for France. Haven't seen Cucurella play so well in the blue jersey. Watch his performance against Lamine Yamal at the bridge in the Champions League last season. He put the clamps on him. Yeah, Rodri is just a special midfielder, man. Usain Bolt in the house. Nice to see Olympic royalty in Dallas. Rodri is just the perfect number 6 man. He really is. Oh. Sheikh, have you done some celeb spotting? I saw Javier Bardem. He's been there for all of the Spain games. Penelope Cruz does make the odd appearance. See whether or not the camera does spot her. Here's Jules Koundé. What a ball in. Ho, ho, ho. Kylian Mbappe gets close. Barcola does really well to keep that alive. Dembele now. Dembele looks way off colour here today. Just about manages to squeeze it onto the left-hand side. Rabiot might be onside here. He clips it into the box. Koundé's header. And the offside flag has been raised. Spanish line, perfect, man. Spain have not put a foot wrong in this first half. Well-oiled machine. Great ball by Jules Koundé, though. Manny, you hate Koundé because he chose Barcelona over Chelsea? Or the fact that we went from Koundé to Wesley Fofana? Marc Cucurella. Good first half from him, but he's on a yellow card. So is Adrien Rabiot. Did Olise pick up a yellow card for the challenge? I didn't see the yellow card being brandished for the challenge. That was the worst of the lot. He's going to keep winning La Ligas, mate. Don't worry about that. On the right-hand side, Lamine with a good first touch. Luca Dean defends that situation well on that occasion. Halfway point of first half added on time. Spain have played the first perfect half, but they've given the ball away. Good header, Laporte. Critical. If France win that ball there, Spain are in all sorts of trouble. Laporte, look at the ground he covers. He goes from left centre half to right side, and he wins it well. Simon, terrible pass again. Tchouaméni, look Fran, look forward. Takes an age to release it to Michael Olise on the right-hand side. Here's Olise. Diop Mokano. Maxence Lacroix. Onto the left-hand side to Luca Dean, who fouled Lamine Yamal for that all-important penalty that Mikel Oyarzabal converted. Here's Tchouaméni. France playing a pedestrian style, but look at the way that Spain have just shut everything out here. Brilliant. That's a very good observation, Chage. That is proper ball knowledge. They are moving like water, the Spaniards. Perfect. And every aspect, well, defense, midfield, attack. Yes, they could do a bit more going forward, but always look like a threat. That Fabian Ruiz chance, man. That was some sumptuous football played by Spain. Spain looking to win Euros and the World Cup. They did in 2008 and 10. They ended up winning the 2012 Euros as well. France did the Euro and World Cup double, 98 and 2000. Upamecano being put under pressure by Oyarzabal. Nobody pressing alongside of them. Upamecano. Good pass to Jules Koundé. Approaching the final minute of added on time. Clever turn by Michael Olise. But Aymeric Laporte, man. This guy. He's everywhere. Between Rodri and Aymeric Laporte, it's gotta have to be the two top players in the first half of Spain. Just have not put a foot wrong. Every decision seems to be the right one as well. Here's Lacroix. Fires it at Bradley Barcola. Here's Mbappe. Olmo helps out. Mbappe trying too much there. Luca Dean starts to float in, and look who is there helping out. It's that man again, Rodri. Might be the final attack for France. It's going to be a huge 45 minutes for them. First time that they're facing real adversity in the World Cup. They're up against a Spanish side who've played the near-perfect half. Here's Olise. It could change if France get a goal before half-time. Dembele now goes on the outside. It's a wild swipe and out for a goal kick. Spain are showing France levels out here. It's going to be very interesting to see how that midfield changes for France in the second half as the referee blows the halftime whistle at the AT&T Stadium, and it's been all Spain, man. What a first 45 minutes from them. Everyone, maybe Unai Simon I wouldn't add to the list, but everybody else on that pitch, supreme performance. France in real trouble. They definitely rattled Manny, and they have to put in a massive 45 minutes to stay alive in this tournament. Spain are 45 minutes away from yet another World Cup final. Kylian Mbappe, it's time for you to step up. Barcola has been France's best attacker, and that's just because he's touched the ball the least. Dembele has looked off. Olise has had a few moments at best. French are struggling out there, man. How do they try and piece this puzzle? Manu Kone comes on immediately into midfield. He's going to bring off Rabiot, which is not the right call, but he might be forced to do so. Didier Deschamps has got a real headache. I'm breaking FIFA rules. I'm not employed by FIFA, Monish. Not yet, at least. PSG is going to send Dean's release clause money back to Villa after this one. They went for a safe second choice left back because nobody's really going to join PSG as a left back because you know who's there. The best left back in world football, Nuno Mendes. So as long as you get somebody happy to join in, watch from the bench, play a lot of Liga games, and let Nuno Mendes work his magic on Champions League nights, it's fine. I don't expect Spain to make any changes as is, and they have a bench to rely on. France, do we see Desiree Doué immediately on? Maybe alongside Manu Kone? Bacola and Rabiot off for Kone and Desiree Doué. But that's just like for like, man. What changes really from a Spanish point of view? Just because they say two different players. Yes, Desiree Doué is an outstanding forward, but France have bigger problems than that, man. They're struggling to just keep hold of the ball. They're relying on moments. And the way that Aymeric Laporte's defending, he's just having another one of those games where nothing goes past him. He's the one that just leads that defensive line. And for Pau Kubarsi, it's huge because just having someone like an experienced handler next to you, like Aymeric Laporte, it's a brilliant, really. Well, there was a lot of love for France before kickoff. I think Spain have done a fantastic job in terms of turning that around. So kudos to them, man. Luis de la Fuente showcasing why his team are a serious, serious outfit, man. Again, I'm just imagining what the Spanish midfield are going to do to Argentina or England. It's going to be a bloodbath, man. That's what I'm saying. Whoever wins this game, name on the trophy. Bet on it. England-Spain final. We saw what happened in the Euros. Yes, it was a late goal, but they needed a Cole Palmer equalizer. You don't have that game changer, but Jude Bellingham is certainly playing a World Cup to remember, but they're asking a lot out of him. You guys give me a soft 5 and I'll be back really, really quickly. We'll see whether or not there could be any changes. Try and have a chat in terms of what we think about the Argentina-England game as well. So give me about 5 and we'll discuss the second semi-final before the start of the second half here. Be back in a jiffy, guys. Well, we're back. A few more minutes before the start of the second half. Spain, perfect first half from them. Let's have a look at their stats really quickly. France have not troubled Unai Simon whatsoever in this match, and that's something that Didier Deschamps will be trying to rectify as quickly as possible. It's not as simple as bringing on Desiree Doué on that left-hand side because they're having structural issues because Spain are popping it far too comfortably around them. They're dominating the ball. And yeah, man, if that Fabian Ruiz goal goes in, almost feels like it could have been game over already. France will have to throw the howitzer, the kitchen sink, in the second half to try and outdo this one. Spain have conceded just a one goal all tournament. That Charles de Ketelaere header in the quarterfinals. They have been mean at the back and efficient going forward. The 45 minutes mirrors what we saw in the first half. Spain will enter the finals and they'll face either Argentina or England. That semi-final is tomorrow. That could be a blockbuster because both sides are not the best really, so it could actually throw up a really interesting game of football as to how it might end up panning up over the 90 minutes or possibly even more. Again, I don't see how England or Argentina beat Spain here. They don't beat France either, so whoever wins this one, start celebrating, man. I'm sure Didier Deschamps and Luis de la Fuente will not be conveying that message, but a victory here for Spain would be so massive because regardless of how their form has been, everybody has tipped France to go the distance here. Kylian Mbappe, as it stands, drew a blank in the first 45 minutes. We'll need to try and replicate what he did in the second half against Morocco, where he did end up scoring that all-important first goal. Well, Bradley Barcola is out for the second half. So is Luca Dean. It looks like France are not blinking here. Brave move by Didier Deschamps, showcasing why he has been the French coach since 2012. Spain can take a lot of encouragement. Don't count out England with Tommy Tuchel, says Manny. Well, Declan Rice, does he start tomorrow? I would be really surprised if he does. If he doesn't, looks like Reece James will be in midfield alongside Elliot Anderson. It's almost like Elliot Anderson will have to put on a man-marking job on Leo Messi. Didier Deschamps, that's one of his biggest halftime team talk here. He knows his side are up against this one. Rodri leading his side out. Rodri, who was absolutely brilliant in that first 45 minutes alongside Aymeric Laporte, and his entire squad have followed suit here. Spain enter the field here 45 minutes away from a World Cup final. The last one was in 2010 in South Africa. It's been a long wait for Spain. A lot of disappointments along the way. This time looking to rectify that situation. It looks like there's going to be no changes at halftime. They're going to run it back. No Menu in midfield for England. Definitely not. He's not getting his first start in a semi-final. He's not had any minutes if my memory serves me right. Might come on in the second half, but I don't see him start. It's probably going to be Reece James or maybe Declan Rice on one leg. All right, let's go. Start for the second half. This could get really interesting. Spain on the cusp, while France chasing this game here. Let's see how France chase here. They've looked pretty comfortable when the opposition has that element of fear factor. Spain do respect France that way. Of course, after Spain did end up scoring, William Saliba had to be not carried off, but had to be subbed. It looks like Manu Kone is on. Yep, Kone is on for Rabiot. Halftime change. Expected. Adrien Rabiot was on a yellow card, did make a foul. He was not going to last any longer as Didier Deschamps brings on Manu Kone. It's time, France. Are you men or are you mice? Saleh. Yep, Rabiot's off, Gautam. No surprises there. Manu Kone and Aurelian Chouameni. I think this is the first time in this tournament that those two are playing together. It's always been Rabiot, and then it's either Kone or Chouameni. Forced decision there, and now the spine is slightly compromised for France. Saliba's off, so is Rabiot, two key players for Didier Deschamps. Here's Dayot Upamecano, made that critical interception of that Fabian Ruiz effort. Decent clip ball. Aymeric Laporte again. This guy, Rodri, clever pass, but he slightly overhits that. Again, the number of interceptions that Aymeric Laporte has had in this match, man, superb. His positioning is just elite. Here's Maxence Lacroix. Finds the substitute. Two substitutes now. In that same line, Lacroix and Manu Kone on that left-hand side. Digne takes a huge risk. Lamine Yamal wins the ball back, and Lacroix bails them out. Far too casual by Luca Digne, who's not having his best game here. Here's Jules Koundé. Decent pass on to the right-hand side. Great carry by Michael Olise. Cucurella was on a yellow card, but again, it's Aymeric Laporte who just steps in with ease. This guy's like a cheat code at the back, man. Dani Olmo tries to make it stick. Olmo didn't have the most influential of first halves, but that lovely 1-2 play with Lamine Yamal edge of the box was excellent. Cucurella, Olise and Alcatraz shouldn't surprise you guys. It really shouldn't. Cucu is an outstanding 1v1 defender, man. He's got both Dembele and Michael Olise handcuffed. Kone tries to win the header. Rodri doesn't allow him to do so. Clever win there by Fabian Ruiz. Upamecano is brave there. Takes a knock. Fabian Ruiz. Again, Spain won't be too wise bringing on Pedri at any point here for Fabian Ruiz. He might end up doing so, but the balance that Ruiz has provided in midfield has been something that has to be so much credit to Luis de la Fuente, man. Here's Oyarzabal, because that's a big call, especially in the business end of the tournament. Here's Rodri. Has Rodri misplaced even one pass today? Maybe one overhit pass before this, but anything short and crisp, he always manages. Lovely feed by Lamine. He's not going to get a foul for it. That looked like a stamp on him. Play continues. Manu Kone, Michael Olise now on the left-hand side. Kylian Mbappe looks to fire that towards Bradley Barcola. Oh, really good. Look at Fabian Ruiz, man. Supreme midfielder. He's taken a chance. Rodri bails him out. Here's Baena. Risky switch of play, but does manage to find Dani Olmo. Maxence Lacroix just clobbers Mikel Oyarzabal. Maxence Lacroix is the turning radius of a semi-truck. Chelsea can do better. Chelsea have not pulled the trigger yet on Maxence Lacroix. Considering Chelsea haven't spent big on a centre-half since Wesley Fofana in 2022, if you do end up spending big and he doesn't end up working, you're never spending big on a centre-half again. Was there some foul play there, Chich? That was a dive there by Lamine Yamal. I thought that was a stamp on him. It wasn't. Spain gets slightly fortunate. It's Pedro Porro. Clever clip pass. Lamine Yamal is onside. Lamine Yamal. Good save, Magnon. Offside flag has been raised though. Again, they're taking their time with the offside flags. Fair play through them, and yep, Lamine is clearly on offside. The Spanish acting, we're going to see this half. Oh, yep, Javier Bardem is going to be pretty proud. Gonna have to delve into the dark arts. Kone loses out. Fabian Ruiz, man, I'm running out of superlatives with this guy, and as I say that, he gives the ball away, and he wins it back. Nice bit of jinx there, the commentator's curse. Unai Simon. And nothing's changed from a France point of view, man. They're barely getting a touch of the ball. Again, just making like-for-like subs was never going to change it. Like I said, even if they bring on Desiree Doué, what really changes for France? Yes, individual quality improves on that left-hand side, but way past individual quality here now. Look at Cucurella on the left-hand side. Alex Baena. Cucurella looking to continue his run. Baena ignores him. Alex Baena now creates a bit of room. Mikhail Oyarzabal. Which pass does he look to go? He goes for goal. Oyarzabal with the strike. He's been feeding off scraps. Trying to drop deep and link up, but looking good on that occasion. Now, I don't think he was ever going to get a corner for that. People dropping like flies indeed. Yeah, we're going to see a bit more of the play acting for sure. Spain will rely on the dark arts, run down the clock, frustrate the French. Usain Bolt and Noah Lyles. The past and the present fastest men on the planet. Yeah, France are clearly being outplayed and outcoached here. It's the difference in midfield, man. If France have someone like Rodri, game changes completely for them. Okay, look at his positioning. It's just so elite. It's a top technical midfield against a top physical one. The former usually wins, but now ground eating and being a dual monster in this is the thing. In the thing, and people just forget about silences. Exactly, man. Just being athletes or pure athletes, nowhere near enough. Oh, what a terrible pass by Diop Meccano. Puts Mike Maignan under real pressure. Technicians in midfield will always rate higher than just pure athletes. When's the last time you ran towards a Pani Puri stall? It's been a long time since you've come to India, bro. I want to see that speed. Technicians, not electricians, indeed. Kone and Aurélien Tchouameni have got a real problem on their hands here because nothing's really changed. Still Spain with the dominant possession. France trying to make something out of this one. Here's Ousmane Dembélé. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. Manny, the mere mention of Pani Puris got your mouth watering at nearly 2 a.m. Here's Elise. Ooh, Elise has to be really careful, man. That's the second time he's got lunging in, studs up. Hasn't been punished either. Couldn't clutch the finish. JT using all the key words together there. That might be a foul on Koundé. It isn't. Alex Baena wins it quite comfortably. Good ball manipulation, but he gives it away. Upamecano steps in. Elise now finds Bradley Barcola. This is much better for France. Elise. Oh, Barcola. Heavy touch. Bradley Barcola just feels like his number might be up soon. Be a foul there by Diop Meccano. Yep. Doué has been ready. Here's Fabian Ruiz on the left-hand side. Spain looking for the second here. All over the top, just slightly overhit. Teo has to come on. You might lose with him anyways, but you're absolutely going to lose with Luca Dean. But it's not Theo Hernandez coming on. It's Desiree Doué on for Bradley Barcola. The two substitutes that we expected are now on the pitch. For the second, Luis de la Fuente had to shuffle his pack. Again, France have not troubled Unai Simon as we're approaching about 60 minutes on the clock. This is a rare France attack. Well, we've seen France stymied once, and that was against Paraguay, and Paraguay were employing all the dark arts possible. Spain are playing ethical hoops here, and they're outplaying the French. Here's Fabian Ruiz. And you do not bring on Pedri for Fabian Ruiz at any point. You just have to ride it out with Fabian Rao. Here's Aymeric Laporte. Good pass between the lines here to Dani Olmo now. France caught napping. It's Dani Olmo now. He's got options. He plays it to Alex Baena on the left-hand side. Up against Jules Koundé. It's Baena with the strike. Well blocked by Koundé. Rodri, clever ball. Defended well by Luca Dean. Look at Spain just mobbing France at this moment. This could get really ugly for France. Plays the 1-2, clever touch here. It's Pedro Porro throwing goal. Pedro Porro! It's 2-0 to Spain. It's the right back who scores his second World Cup goal. And France are on the verge of being knocked out of the World Cup. Oh, the right back delivers. It's the touch around the corner that is elite. Porro continues his run. And he buries it past Mike Maignan. France are going home, guys. Woo! How about that? Total football by Spain here. Look at Pedro Porro, man. Just continuing his run. He gambles. And he gets the reward. What a huge goal that is. And Spain, who have conceded just once throughout the tournament, have a 2-0 lead. Didier Deschamps is looking mystified. Oh, the 1-2 is perfect. No surprise, it's Dani Olmo. Look at this for the most cleverest of touches around the corner. And how about that for a short finish? That is world class by Dani Olmo, man. It's right into the path of Pedro Porro, who does the rest. The Spurs right back with his biggest goal for his country. And how do France get out of this one now? Well, Luis de la Fuente and Spain have France's numbers. Beat them in the Euro semi-finals. Beat them in the Nations League. And now in the World Cup. Spain are in dreamland here. What a great finish by Pedro Porro. Spain saucing out here. The third goal is there for them to take here, man. It is absolutely there. It's just total football, Gotham. Back to front. Spain are giving France a footballing lesson. Lacroix struggling. Chouameni dying out there. Mike Maignan hesitant. Upamecano to Chouameni. Oh, Spain can coast this one, man. He can absolutely coast this. Here's Elise. Elise completely shut out. Clever turn by Dani Olmo now. This could be problematic. Dani Olmo turns into trouble. You ask who's been the better number 10 today? It's been Dani Olmo. And it's not even close. France in real trouble. Here's Kubasi. Clever pass. Lamine Yamal is breaking through on goal. It's Lamine Yamal who chops. Lamine Yamal, it's 3-0. And the offside flag has been raised. It looked like he was on, man. That was so close. France get out of jail. Oh, they get out of jail big time. That was such a close call. It looked on to me. Wow. It's been a quick call by VAR. He is just offside by the looks of it. We have to have a look. France are dying out there, man. They cannot get a touch. If Spain don't do anything foolish, they're going to coast this one, man. They're half an hour away from a World Cup final. Let's have a look here. Oh, he's onside. How is that not on? What am I missing? That looks onside. Woo! Woo! Oh, you got to draw the lines on that one. That was an incredibly tight call. France are getting battered out here. That could have been 3-0. Game over. Luca Dean. Again, wrong side. He's not been able to track that Lamine Yamal run. Didier Deschamps. Looks like he's seen a ghost. Wow. This has caught everybody by surprise. The France front four totally neutralized. Look at Cucurella. Brilliant challenge. He moves Elise off the ball. Cucurella has just completely shut down Michael Elise and Ousmane Dembele. Here's Baena. Olmo. Spain can just pop this around for the next half an hour and France can do anything about it. That was so close though, Aman. Shoulder is off. Tight call indeed. Here's the goal scorer, Pedro Porro. France have to find a way out, but they can't even get the ball, man. Here's Laporte. Fabian Ruiz. Risky pass. Rodri tries to bail him out. And look who it is. Fabian Ruiz bails out Rodri. And he looks for Alex Baena on the left-hand side. He's up against Upamecano. Baena goes backwards to Fabian Ruiz. Well, it's a quick check, Mayur. FIFA have that automated system or semi-automated system. Something would have been off for him. As Aman said, maybe the shoulder, part of the shoulder. That was very close. Clever ball there by Lamine Yamal. Yamal's starting to cook on that right-hand side. Been waiting. He's been simmering. Pau Cubarsí and Aymeric Laporte. They couldn't have had an easier game, man. They would have had nightmares the night before. Completely untroubled. Unai Simon picks out Dani Olmo. Fabian Ruiz, clever pass. Is that a foul on Olmo? No. Referee says play on. Luca Dean finds Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe has been a passenger in the second half. Now looking to change things. Mbappe on the left-hand side. Mbappe! Good save by Unai Simon. Mbappe looking to put on that Superman cape and try and do it by himself. Might need to do so. Good save by Unai Simon. That's his first real save that he's had to make in the second half. France take the corner quickly. Dembele. Spain caught snapping there. Pedro Porro with a good block on Luca Dean. Luca Dean would have been so happy to see that offside flag because once again he doesn't see that Yamal run. They're not showing replays of it. I know, man. It's just so dubious. Why did they do it? I mean, there's enough breaks of play. Just show it now. Show it now. Why are you showing Tchouaméni? That was not even close. They show him though. Gianni Infantino. It wasn't clearly off, Manny. It was like half a shoulder at best. Olmo, great balance. Is that not a foul on Dani Olmo? It has to be. He was clipped twice in that attack. Spain are murdering them. France have no answers. I mean, surely you bring on another midfielder maybe. I know you're chasing the game, but they can't touch Spain in that midfield area. And N'Golo Kante in 2026 is not the solution, but France can't get near them. Stadium is booing Infantino. Everybody knows. Oh, they've given the ball away again. I mean, France are going to get pasted here. This is not over with 2-0. Mikel Merino's still not on the pitch yet. And he's definitely got a goal in him. Here's Luca Dean. Desiree Doué. Aurelien Tchouaméni. Onto the right-hand side to Jules Koundé now. Now Ousmane Dembele up against Marc Cucurella. Cucurella just backing off, asking Dembele to venture forward. Dembele to Mbappe, Kone to Desiree Doué. Now Luca Dean slightly overhead. Pedro Porro swiftly on it. Hey, what's up, TJ? Turkey winner. They need a couple before that, TJ, before you can entertain any sorts of talk about a winner. France will have to tap into the 2022 World Cup Final situation where they were completely outplayed by Argentina. There was one moment of madness where Nicolas Otamendi concedes a pen, and from there, Mbappe! Oh, just wide. How close was that? Kylian Mbappe with a strike outside the box. One touch to get it out of his feet. Strikes it well. Good block by Marc Cucurella. Corner for France. They take it quickly. Elise. Here's Desiree Doué. Shoot. He doesn't. It's Desiree Doué trying to catch out Unai Simon. He's fallen to Doué again. Goes with the back heel to Elise. Good feed. And now Luca Dean on the outside. Decent ball into the box. Unai Simon with a good grab. A France goal. Oof. Will change the complexion completely. Mike Magnon with a brave defensive header. Finding Michael Elise. Elise drills it cross field. Beautiful pass. Right into the path of Kylian Mbappe. Here's Mbappe now turning it on. Kylian Mbappe, offside flag. Mbappe has to watch the line there. It's another game. It's another... Finally, they're showing the replay. Oof. I mean, that's half a body by the looks of it. Every single France through ball intercepted. Swear to God, it feels like they're playing with 13, says Gautam. It's just elite positioning, man. Game sense. Ruiz and Rodri, no mobility between them, but have they once been overrun in midfield? Just elite positioning. And add Laporte to it. I mean, he's not the quickest. Yes, he covers ground quickly, but he's not a fast centre-back at this stage of his career. They've made the video edits. Exactly, TJ. They quickly chop it up. That didn't look that off, man. He looked like half a shoulder off. Exactly. It takes time. It's just like DRS, boys. Just gotta show those steep movements that never exist. I don't think his half body was offside. Isn't that a foul by Jules Koundé on Alex Baena? Okay, in France, they're 2-0 down. About 20 minutes remaining. And they've not troubled Unai Simon in goal. Looks like Kylian Mbappe is finally going to be beaten in the World Cup in 90 minutes. FIFA should learn from Hotstar. Exactly. That's elite editing. Elite stuff. Boys, how do France solve this problem? It cannot be just give the ball to Mbappe and hope. There's got to be something more. The midfield too are dying out there. Maybe he's got to be brave here. And it might be a left field choice, but maybe bring on N'Golo Kante as the number 6. Play the front 3. Take off either Dembele or Olise. Maybe Dembele and drop Olise on the right-hand side. And play with the midfield 3 because Spain have murdered them, man. It's not just the third quarter, man. First, second, and third quarter, it's been all Spain. This has been a complete performance. Unai Simon, how many saves has he had to make? How many times? It's only his own problems that it's caused any sort of issues for his team when he's come out with a rush of blood to his head and just try to play sweeper keeper. But other than that, something's got to give. The 2 changes that Didier Deschamps has made is like for like. Been saying Kante for nostalgia, but they need him. They need somebody in that midfield area, man. It looks like Spain have the extra man with Dani Olmo dropping in. They're dying out there in the midfield. They cannot lay a glove on Spain. Spooky settings. 20 minutes plus stoppage time. There's a lot of chatter about boring 1-0. Maybe 0-0, heading into extra time, a jammy goal. None of that has happened. A beautiful pen by Mikel Oyarzabal and a wonderfully crafted team goal. But it's not N'Golo Kante. Didier Deschamps has hit the panic button. He's bringing on Ryan Cherki now. He's barely played in this World Cup. It looks like it's desperation now. If I was Spain, I'd be really cautious in the last quarter. Like you said, previous final is a lesson enough to not give them any room, says Monish. Yep, exactly. Nothing foolish, nothing stupid. Just keep going here. And Deschamps is making a double substitution. Theo Hernandez is coming on for Luca Dean by the looks of it now. I want to see who does Ryan Shirky come on for. It's like for like again, man. What is this from Deschamps? He's taken off Michael Elise, the best creator, who's not had the best of games, let's be honest, but Shirky and Theo Hernandez coming on. Again, good players, but it's like for like. Surely Didier Deschamps could have tried to tweak something. He's trying to hit them with blunt force by the looks of it, just throw as many attackers to the problem as possible, but he's not solved the midfield issue. Heavy touch by Pedro Porro. Soon after the hydration break, you expect a bit of sloppiness. Lamine, we are not afraid of them. They should be afraid of us. Yamal called it absolute baller statement to say that before a World Cup semi-final against France and then to back it up. Wow. Well, he's been writing checks that Mikel Merino has been cashing in throughout the World Cup. Great to see him finally show up at the real big stage and upstage Kylian Mbappe. It's the France mystery, though. I still can't understand how Didier Deschamps looks at this and just keeps making like-for-like subs. Here's Mbappe. Gets a fortunate break off Pau Kubarsi. Mbappe finds Desiree Doué. Doué now with the ball in. Comfortably defended. Fabian just hacks that clear. Mikel Oyarzabal fights really well against Dayup Meccano. Ferran Torres being stripped and ready for action here. He might come on for Alex Baena on that left-hand side. Didier Deschamps, that is a curious one. Well, Ferran is coming on, but not for Alex Baena by the looks of it. It's for Mikel Oyarzabal. So Ferran Torres will just slot in. That's a like-for-like sub. Theo's good down the wing. He's probably banking on that while not fully compromising on the defense. There's nothing to compromise on defense anymore. They have to go for it. And yep, Theo Hernandez on the left-hand side. Look to try and gun it here. He's coming home. Seen the script. This is the year. Oh, that's a clever reverse there by Lamine to Ferran, but he is offside. How do England cope against this Spanish midfield, Gautam? How? I mean, they've got Declan Rice running on. He's way past fumes. Elliot Anderson, let's be serious here. I mean, they're going to run rings around England, and it's only their power element, and it's like Jude Bellingham is going to just bail them away. More importantly, Zinger or Subway. Zinger, bro. What are you saying? Why is this even a conversation? Here's Desiree Doué trying to go on the outside. Clips it towards Kylian Mbappe. Slightly overhit. Another French attack that does not yield a shot, man. Aymeric Laporte has just put the clamps on Kylian Mbappe. And I got them. Big Mac in India. No, McCheese? No, now we are cooking. Now we are cooking. That's Timothy Chalamet, right? Yeah? He had the time of his life when Knicks won the NBA championship, but it's not going to get the double whammy with France winning the World Cup by the looks of it. There's still 15 minutes. They can make 2 goals. They concede a third. Now it's done and dusted. Might as well not play the last 10 minutes. Just how did they get the goal is my question. Unless they get a penalty or something from a corner. From open play, it looks really spooky. Kylian Mbappe is picking the ball up from really deep, man. Lamine Yamal with a risky challenge on him. We're talking about set pieces. Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, I get that with Theo coming on. That attacking option on the left-hand side, but keeping the defensive solidity. Kylian Mbappe hacked down by Lamine Yamal. Lamine showing that bit of dog in him. Chasing Mbappe down. That was a foul indeed, Chage. France missed Pogba. They need something, anything from midfield. Pogba, Kante, midfield, anyone? Pogba, Kante, and Blaise Matuidi. That's the OG midfield for France. The complete midfield. Free kick for France. They need a goal back desperately. Dembele delivers. Good defensive header by Rodri. And it's a foul on Rodri according to the referee. How many interceptions is that by Rodri, man? I need Rodri's stats. Come on, boys. One of you. Do me a favor. Do Suraj a solid. And just give me Rodri's stats here. We never evaluate games based on stats, but I need to see the stats back up what I've seen on the pitch here, because this has been monstrous. Well, this is a real problem for Spain now, because Mikel Merino is coming on. He's replacing Dani Olmo. And Ruiz coming off for Pedri. Now, that sub I don't agree with, but it's almost like Luis de la Fuente is saving Fabian Ruiz for the final. How has Dembele survived? Another stinker. Champions League final as well. Yes, PSG won the final, but Dembele in that final, pretty stinky. Yeah, I'm not sure how Dembele survives this one. But yeah, man, France have done nothing different. And Spain's like, thank you very much. Mikel Merino. All right, boys, Mikel Merino. When's he scoring now? We've got 77.5 on the clock. 85, 87. It's inevitable. Baena with the ball and Ferran Torres just wide. Oh, nearly the perfect introduction. And the camera quickly pans to Didier Deschamps, who just wipes the sweat off his forehead. He is seeing his team being cooked out here. That's bullshit, Gotham. I'm not... Zero interceptions, my ass. Okay, they've just put it in the ground duels category, maybe. If that's Merino, that's definitely a goal, TJ. They've got to put Merino as the centre forward and Ferran Torres in the number 10. Don't drop Merino in the midfield. Play him as striker. See? Everybody's got a Merino closer in them. He's just like alongside Jude Bellingham. Clutch. 5 out of 5 aerial duels won. 5 out of 6 ground duels won. There were so many interceptions where loose balls, the passing lanes that he's intercepted. Just a perfect midfield. And I'm not even going to his passing accuracy and number of passes he's completed, because that would be an outrageous number. We're all feeling a Merino closer, aren't we? It's coming, boys. It is coming. Here's Desiree Doué. Unleashes Theo Hernandez up front. Decent ball in. Unai Simon gambles. And gambles well. I've been very disappointed with Didier Deschamps, man. I wanted to see a bit more of a tactical evolution, because Luis de la Fuente has coached circles around him. Lovely touch by Merino. Spain are just playing some supreme ball, man. Just not pressured, no panic. Okay, we're approaching that 80-minute mark. This is when France are looking for one goal to drag them back. Passing accuracy 89%. Deschamps hype. I mean, Deschamps in World Cups. Yes, they did get outplayed by Argentina, but Kylian Mbappe did come to their rescue. That's a poor touch by Ousmane Dembele. Dembele has been off color, man. He has played a terrible game. France fans with a shake of the head. Spain are 10 minutes plus stoppage time away from a spot in the final. They've got one hand on the trophy, boys. Because he's with the keys. He's going to do the same thing, man. Like, get the attackers going. Look, Didier Deschamps platforms his attackers in a brilliant way. But when you're up against some real technicians, I'm sure Zinedine Zidane's team struggles here too. France do not have the midfield to cope. Merino scores. You watch the semi tomorrow and do a reaction watch along with you and Moya instead of doing a comp solo. Oh, Unai Simon, risky. He's out of position. It's Desiree Doué. Good block by Simon. Unai Simon is trying his very best to make a game out of this one. Stop it. He's playing sweeper keeper. He's taken such a risk. That header is straight in the path of Doué. Can Doué go for the chip here? TJ's asking, how do you sack a coach that helped the team storm into one final and a semi next edition rather? Whew, it is getting stressful. But Didier Deschamps has been French manager for 14 years now. 2012 he took up. Here's Aurelien Chouameni. Onto the right-hand side. Jules Koundé with the ball in. It's not cleared away entirely. Baena hacks that clear. France putting the pressure now. Now they're cranking it up. Desiree Doué, clever pass. Hernandez. Foul maybe on Unai Simon. He's caught it square on the face. Theo Hernandez has every right to go for that one. Unai Simon will take his time. Just make sure that everything is above board in terms of what we see here. Yeah, exactly. With the level of talent, not winning this tournament is certainly... I mean, they're slightly unlucky that they get Spain in the semi-finals, but Unai Simon, no cut on his face by the looks of it. He's okay. Only hope for England is Simon not playing the final here. I'm sure Luis de la Fuente would have told him, all right, you got away with it on a couple of occasions in the semi-finals. Let's cut out the tomfoolery in the finals, shall we? Double substitution for Luis de la Fuente's men. Marcus Llorente and Nico Williams coming on. Atletico Madrid and Athletic Bilbao players. As Pedro Porro will be replaced, the man who got the cushion goal. What a brilliant finish it was. For that lovely touch around the corner by Dani Olmo. And Alex Baena is off too for Nico Williams. Compromised. It was just the ball and not the boot. Well, you got to be prepared, especially in the World Cup semi-finals, to take one in the sore areas. Might be in the face, might be in the plums. 6.5 plus stoppage time. How perfect a game are Spain playing here, man. I mean, Luis de la Fuente, even in his wildest imaginations, wouldn't have envisioned this game coming together in the manner of which it has. It's been a total performance. Koundé, struggling to progress the ball. Guess how many shots on target France have had. Is the Kylian Mbappe one counted as a shot on target? Because if that's not, the answer is 0. Otherwise, it's 1. Maybe Simon, do they count the Desiree Doué effort as a shot on target? Probably. Can't be more than 3. Thumbs are protected better than the face. Chichi with some key. 3. There you go. So they have counted the Desiree Doué and Kylian Mbappe efforts as shots on target. 2 shots. Not good. They've been completely nullified, man. Spain have basically told France, yes, your attack is the best part of your team, but your attackers are not going to get the ball, so what are you going to do now? Yeah, it's that Kylian Mbappe shot from a tight angle and that Desiree Doué effort when Unai Simon came flying off his line. Other than that, nothing. Mbappe had a strike that was a deflected effort and past the post. Again, set pieces, no ideas here from France, man. Can have no complaints. Theo Hernandez. It's Ryan Cherki, rather. Lovely turn from him. Scoop pass. This scoopy passes, nothing like that. It's not going to work. Kylian Mbappe just clatters into Unai Simon. This might result in just a yellow card. Unai Simon just daring them on Bet365's one. That's the real source of truth. Real money. So they're not counting the Kylian Mbappe one because the Desiree Doué one looked like it was on target. Not sure. Foul play by Bet365. The goalie is getting beat up. I think France might end up just throwing hands in the end. Just nothing's working. Might as well. Didier Deschamps just slumps back into his seat. He knows his team are beat here. Not just beat, roundly beat. This has been a clinic. And the fact that you guys giving Argentina or England a chance. Decent touch there. End of the Deschamps era. It might be. 14 years on the job. It is the best job in world football. Nico Williams nearly getting there first. Ryan Cherki finds Jules Koundé. Ousmane Dembele, good first time pass to Ryan Cherki, who's been swarmed there. And Dembele picks up the loose pass, feeds it to Desiree Doué on the left-hand side. Look at Theo Hernandez go on the left-hand side. Doué has to find the pass, but he gets fouled instead. Fortunately, Lamine Yamal with a challenge on Desiree Doué. That's a couple of challenges that Lamine Yamal has made. It's outside the box, right? Yes, it is. Give a pen now to France. Game comes to life. Yeah, man. Monish, 1 goal all World Cup. Charles de Ketelaere might be feeling like he's the best striker in the world. The only man to score against Spain in this edition's World Cup. Free kick for France. Simply put, they need this ball in the back of the net here. Kylian Mbappe, what do you got in store for us? Could be the left foot of Cherki, but I'm sure Mbappe's told him move. Mbappe over the crossbar. Sums up Kylian Mbappe's game here. Man, you want the last 7 minutes to be interesting. Spain do not care about that one. Straight boots. JH, you're so funny. Sweating indeed. 2 inches outside the box. I know, so close, man. So risky. I mean, I applaud Lamine Yamal helping out defensively. That's a forwards challenge. The flick on header, finding Lamine Yamal. Still waiting for that Merino closer. Yamal goes on the outside brilliantly. Theo Hernandez! So risky. What are you doing? He's lost his head there. I mean, Theo Hernandez is trying to roughhouse Lamine Yamal. The thing is, he doesn't throw his arm, but he kind of just throws his chest/shoulder into him. It is such a risky challenge. Gets waved away. Spain-Argentina final. I might just take that extra Saturday shift at work. You'll not be seeing me. For the final, you gotta be there now. Come on, you were there for what's that? Mexico versus South Africa. You're there for Canada versus Bosnia. It was such a risky push, man. I'm pretty sure any other day that's probably a pen, but they want to keep this semi-final alive. Here's Cherki now. Clever reverse pass. Kylian Mbappe nearly gets there. Brilliant by Marc Cucurella. That is heroic stuff. Mbappe was ready to pull the trigger. Here's Doué now on the outside. Ousmane Dembele floats it into the box. Good header there. Here's Jules Koundé. 7 minutes of stoppage time signal. France are going home by the looks of it. Mbappe on the outside. Ball in. Laporte with a critical header. Kone picks up the loose ball. What a first touch that is in the box. Manu Kone finds Theo Hernandez. Now or never for France. Ryan Cherki. Manu Kone. Cross comes in. Everybody lets it go. It's out for a goal kick. Patient stuff there by France. That was a clever ball by Ryan Cherki. Look at this by Marc Cucurella. Critical interception. We talked about man of the match performances. Aymeric Laporte. Rodri. Put this man in as well. Marc Cucurella. Merino hasn't scored yet. That would really be salt to the wounds of the French. Man of the match, I'm giving it to either Rodri or Laporte. It's got to be one of those two. Ideal result for Argentina. I'm not sure, Tarun. I mean, Argentina are riding their luck. Luck just might end up running out Again, their midfield are not going to get anywhere near this French midfield. I mean, the Spanish midfield, man. McAllister, Fernandez, Paredes, and Rodrigo de Paul. Unless Coloni does something completely different, they're not going to be able to hang, man. Because Switzerland were popping them off the park. Freuler, Xhaka, light work for them. Now on the right-hand side, good challenge by Theo Hernandez. Pedro Porro, yep, good candidate for man of the match, TJ. Clean sheet and the goal. He might certainly end up getting the man of the match. I was looking at the complete 90 minutes, and I think without this Rodri performance, it just doesn't happen. Mbappe just shut out completely. With 5 minutes of stoppage time remaining, France are now, they're done out here. That Paraguay minister is going to be partying all night watching Mbappe lose. I mean, she's playing a dangerous game going after one of the most powerful men in the world. That's a foul by Manu Kone. Didier Deschamps just making like-for-like subs. That's been the most disappointing part for me. Yep, France are gas changed. They're done out here. The Spanish contingent, Xavi, Iker Casillas, Sergio Ramos, and Carlos Puyol. They're all there in the 2010 World Cup team, weren't they? As Spain will look to go to yet another World Cup final. Yep, it was Puyol and Piqué as the centre halves, Sergio Ramos as the right back, and of course Xavi Hernandez, the linchpin in midfield. The golden generation going to have a bit more company by the looks of it. Here's Rodri. And Rodri adding a World Cup to his already frightening trophies. Xavi, Puyol, Casillas, and Ramos. Yep, the class of 2010. Halfway stage of stoppage time. And this is done, boys. What's goodbye? Au revoir? Yeah? Au revoir, français? It's done. Oh, Nico Williams could add the punisher here. Nico Williams up against Upamecano, goes on the outside. Nico Williams with the strike. Trying to catch out Mike Maignan at the near post. Maignan trying to have a quick move on here. Nobody for the French team looking to receive the ball. Yep, they've checked out. Semi-final exit for France is a shocker. Really is a shocker. Desiree Doué with the ball in. Just trying to sneak that through to Theo Hernandez. There's Kylian Mbappe. For Mbappe, he might end up losing the Golden Boot race too. Here's Cherki now. It's Ousmane Dembele. Chops. Ousmane Dembele. It's straight at Simon. Shot on target there for Dembele, but it's an easy grab for Unai Simon. We were all wrong about Merino. Well, unfortunately, but it looks like Mikel Merino only scores when his team need it the most. They need it here today. Spain could add the third here. France are playing this game at walking pace. Nico Williams, nobody closing him down. France are just going to pop this around here. Rodri. Pedri. Masterclass, man. All you can do is applaud. This is one way to stop the French. Don't let them sniff the ball. 2 minutes of stoppage time remain. El Gautam, Kylian Mbappe, not going ahead of Zinedine Zidane yet. Here's Cucurella now. Cuckoo finding himself as a number 10. Here's Yamal. Yamal versus Mbappe. This is not a rivalry. Lamine kicks his ass every time. It's not looking good considering the Euros. 2 La Ligas on Kylian. And now a World Cup semi-finals. Lamine Yamal has Kylian Mbappe's number here. Here's Yamal. Might as well shoot. Just over a minute remaining. Yamal, that's a foul. Surely a foul. Kone was wrong side. Manu Kone now finds Desiree Doué. Final minute of stoppage time here. Big switch out there to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele with good control. Cucurella shows him on the inside. Dembele with the strike punched away by Unai Simon. Another shot on target. Here's Kone now. Desiree Doué. Kylian Mbappe over the crossbar, and that is that. It's done out here. France and Kylian Mbappe have been knocked out of the World Cup. Luis de la Fuente now knows that, yep, it's time to let out a smile. It's time to celebrate. This has been a Spanish masterclass. Mayur, it's going to be fun watching your French colleagues swear all day tomorrow. They've been expecting a finals clash against either Argentina or Spain. We were expecting the France-Argentina final to be run back, but it is Spain who have booked their spot in the final. Luis de la Fuente's man, 10 on 10, man. What a performance from start to finish. They dominate France. That 2-0 scoreline does not flatter them. And Spain's defensive record continues to remain elite. 1 goal conceded all the way from the group stages all the way to the finals. They deserve to be there, and they will play the final at the MetLife Stadium against either Argentina or England. Didier Deschamps, that's back-to-back World Cup heartbreaks for him. One in the final, this time in the semi-finals. As Kylian Mbappe's World Cup journey comes to an end, it's the first time Kylian Mbappe has been beaten in 90 minutes in a World Cup game, and it has taken 3 World Cups for that to happen. That's why this is a special game played by Spain, man. All you can do is applaud. Cucurella, the entire back 5, supreme. The midfield ran rings around France. The French attackers were feeding off scraps, shooting from distance. Elise, Dembele, Barcola, Mbappe, and Desiree Doué all struggling. Spain totally bossed it, Manny, and they deserve to be in the finals. They've got one hand on the trophy, and I would argue, I think they've got both hands on the trophy here. Rodri looking to add World Cup glory as Lamine Yamal steps his performance up. Yes, he doesn't get the goal or assist, but he does win the penalty in the first half, which was crucial after Mikel Oyarzabal, with Mike Maignan guessing the right way, still finding the bottom corner with a short finish from 12 yards out. And then, of course, in the second half, that clever Dani Olmo through pass for Pedro Porro, who continues his run from right back. A thumping finish past Mike Maignan. They could have had the third with Lamine Yamal burying a finish, but the offside flag came to France's rescue. There was more chance of Spain adding the third than France pulling a goal back. A complete performance from the Spanish side. Brilliant stuff indeed. Well, boys, you were saying it's going to be England's cup. Trust in Thomas Tuchel. Is it coming home? I can't see it coming home, man. Who's home, by the way? Why do we say that? No worries, Gautam. Enjoy the semi-finals at the pub. Enjoy the madness that we're going to see between Argentina and England. Look, this one was all about control from Spain. We're not going to see any bit of control in the other game. It's going to be hectic. It could be end-to-end stuff, and it could be really exciting to watch. Who's going to join Spain in the final at the MetLife Stadium? We'll wait and see how it goes. Well, boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in. A lot of fun. This game has not gone to extra time as I thought it might go. Spain were just too good, man. Full props to them. They're just a total team. They don't rely on individuals. Anyone who steps in knows the system in and out. And even though they don't have the best players on paper, they're just the best team. England versus Spain final. Well, now that France are knocked out, I want to see the officiating tomorrow between England and Argentina. How's that going to go? Are there going to be some dubious calls? Are there going to be some foul play? We'll wait and see. This one was a clean game. No other incidents, nothing really. Could have very easily seen the red card of Michael Olise in the first half because that was a reckless challenge. Referee decides keep it 11v11 and let's carry on, but it's brilliant, man. Messi playing against his Barcelona teammates is quite the story. We'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm heading out here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow for England versus Argentina. A repeat of the Was it the round of 16 or was it the quarterfinals of the 98 World Cup where David Beckham got sent off for a red after Diego Simeone baited him? But it's been a wait and see. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow.